Um, I, this is Assemblyman Ron Kim. We're back again with Ms. Ko. There was a very important point that we wanted to dive into a little bit more to address the racist violence that she and many other workers had to endure as home care workers in New York State. Again, she had worked for the New York Foundation and was asked to do 24-hour shifts for 1 year, servicing one client that just came out of the hospital who eventually, unfortunately, passed away. But what's special and interesting about the story is that the relationship that you had, not just with the client, but his son as well and his family, and how they appreciated all the work that you've done. And many people, including the social workers and others around the patient, recognize that you doing 24-hour shifts for 1 year was not helping anyone, including the client. People wanted the split shifts. People wanted more workers to deal with the needs of this client.
Yep. So 就是说他刚才讲了，就是说在你做这个病人呢，他出院以后就是1年，然后呢，不仅呢是你，包括他这个病人的儿子，还有这个社工，大家都看到，就是说这个24小时是不行的，他们都想要这个分成2班制，所以你当时也是跟他们也建立了很深厚的关系，他们也知道你工作的辛苦，是这样子。
对，他的护士、他的社工都知道，因为他那个病人呢，他的吃的东西有点特别，所以他吃东西基本上是我做的。所以他的儿子呢，因为在日本，他工作也很忙，他就是完全要依赖我去 take care 他的父亲的。所以呢，他的社工啊什么，都对我很熟悉的。我每一次来，我都是他们看我很憔悴的样子。而且那个时候就是脸色也不好了，我就跟他们就诉说，我说这个病人晚上一直吵，真的晚上没有睡觉的，我晚上就靠在沙发上眯的。
So including the social worker, including the nurse, they all know what I have been through. Because the son is in Japan, it was very busy, so it depends on me, to take care of the father. And I have to make a very special food, for the father too. So whenever the social worker or the nurse visit the patient, they saw that I was very tired, and then I told them, my story, and that the patient, didn't sleep at night. He would just kept screaming. So they all know, what I have been through.
And this is in 2014, and that happened for almost 1 year, that you're working 24-hour shifts. Everyone around, the nurse, the son, they knew that this wasn't right. This wasn't right for you. This wasn't right for their father, who needed real 12-hour shifts and more people to take care of him. And then 2015, you went to your union with the grievances, listing everything. And the son came back from Japan also to testify to 1199 that how broken the 24-hour shifts were, correct?
就是说你身边的人，包括这个社工啊，包括护士啊，他们也知道这个24小时是不对的，他们也知道应该要分成这个2班制，而且这个儿子呢，在这个父亲就是当时还专门从这个日本飞过来，也是跟这个1199提供了这些的信息。他是15年你是15年到工会去做这个投诉吗？还是什么？
对，我15年大概是9月份、10月份，我实在撑不下去了，我就先是打电话给工会的，我说我这个病人啊，我说我整夜吵，我整天没有睡觉。他说工会就说不行的，我们必须要连续睡满5个小时。我说没有5个小时，我1个小时都已经睡不到的。然后呢，他就说这个不行的我们会跟你们的护理公司联系你跟你的工会代表，就是 organize 工会代表会说他。然后呢，过了2个月以后，他就变成12小时。2个月以后，我们曾经做过的4个人，因为那个时候我跟那个小男孩一起做的。
So in the way back as like the September of 2015, I already went to the union and complained that this is a very hard work. I couldn't sustain, and because I couldn't sleep, and then the union said, oh, but there's no use, unless you couldn't sleep like for 5 hours. And then I said, that's the case. So the union said, oh, okay, then I will talk to the organizer, in your shop. 2 months later, we were able to get the split shift, and so there were like 4 worker, right? 4个工人是不是？
对，4个工人，2个工人是做了1个月1个月，1个工人做了1个月，另外1个工人也做了1个月。那个小男孩做了10个月，他也不做了，他说实在撑不下去。
So there were totally 4 workers. 2 of them they work only for a month each, and then there was another young man who worked for this patient for like 10 months, but then he also couldn't continue.
I mean, this is a clear case that it's so obvious that the patients, the clients, and the workers all want the same thing. They all want the home care workers to have good quality jobs and be healthy and not work 24-hour shifts, to have split shifts so their clients, the patients, could have the best care possible. So their interests are aligned. What's becoming confusing is that the providers, the employers, and the unions are taking the narrative away from the workers and the clients that are demanding a better system, because everyone else is benefiting from these billion-dollar contracts by Medicaid and Medicare, and they don't want to lose their livelihoods. Meanwhile, the workers and the clients are suffering. This is why we're here, and we shouldn't allow a broken system to persist, especially when we all know that it's based on racism and injustice that ends up hurting and putting generations of immigrant women workers in suffering and in pain. So let's come together, let's do our best in the next couple of months to end the 24-hour shifts and end forced arbitration, and figure out how to get local governments to get back into the business of home and community care. Thank you.